Acting Chancellor Angela Merkel and Social Democrat leader Martin Schulz say they've made progress, but they've failed to meet their own deadline of reaching a deal by Sunday. The two parties have governed Europe's largest economy since 2013, but they're now divided over the issues of healthcare and labour policy.
We have gathered here again in order to go to the final round. We can't say how long it will take. Yesterday, we did some good work, but there are still important issues that need to be agreed upon.
Well, for more on this, let's talk to Ira Spitzer, who joins us live from Berlin. Do you think these parties are on the verge of a breakthrough and reaching a deal here, or are there any significant problems in these negotiations?
The feeling here in Germany is that the parties are pretty close to nailing down a final coalition agreement. We've seen them work pretty fast over the past week or so, over the weekend, making some progress on issues of social housing as well as benefits for families. And I think what you're really seeing right now is the Social Democrats, the center-left party, they really want to have something to show their base that they are getting a better deal from Angela Merkel's conservatives than they've had in the past. Because what's going to happen here is that even if the leaders of the parties work out an agreement, which could happen later today, even if that happens, the 440,000 or so rank-and-file party members of the Social Democrats will actually vote on a final coalition agreement. So you mentioned there that healthcare and labor reform are still on the table. Those are things that are important to the Social Democrats' base. So I think their leaders want to perhaps show that they are negotiating right up until the end to prevent those party members from, in the end, blocking this coalition deal. So I think a lot of optimism here about closing a deal soon, but some hesitation about what might happen with that postal vote over the coming weeks.
And this isn't just about Germany, is it? How important will it be for the rest of the world to finally have a German government in place?
Right. It's been over 4 months where Europe's largest economy really has been somewhat rudderless. There's been this caretaker government. However, in terms of making any sort of big decisions on European policy issues such as migration reform or ramping up spending, those are things that you really need to have Germany involved for. There's been a lot of talk, of course, about the leadership provided by France in the recent months under their leader Emmanuel Macron, and that is of course very important, but without a stable German government, really not that much can happen in Europe. So here in Europe as well as around the world, there's a lot of hope here just about having some sort of government in place. And at the current time frame, we could be looking at a new German government, this new grand coalition likely in place perhaps by the end of next month.
Ira Spitzer, live in Berlin. Thank you.